All right, now let's get your basic preferences set up to get you started using AmpliTeach. I'm going to go through just the basics you need right now, and then we'll go through a little deeper in another tutorial. All right, so I'm on the dashboard as an admin. You're going to go to the far right to the drop-down arrow and click on the drop-down arrow, and then go to Profile. And in the middle, it says Preferences Information. Click on that. All right, let's start off with time zone. This should be set up to where your time zone is already, but if for some reason it's not, there's a drop-down arrow here, and you could choose the time zone for the location where you are. All right, let's go on to Do Not Show Student Information. This is important. Some schools will want the teachers to have access to a student's email address, phone number, and physical address, and that basic information, because they want the teachers to reschedule lessons, reschedule bank lessons, and take care of some of that work for the admin. Some admins of the school want to take care of that all themselves. So if you want to take care of all that yourself, you click on this, and the teacher will not have access to any of that information. Okay? So when it's not clicked, the teacher will see all the students' information when they click on the student info. Let's go to here. Enable banked expiration date. So what happens here is when a student banks a lesson, they still get charged for it, but the lesson goes into a bank where they could use it another time. So they gave you the proper time that you required for them to cancel a lesson. So the lesson will go into a bank, and then they can use it another time. Maybe they have a week off from school, and they want to have 2 lessons 1 week. They can use a bank lesson then. So you can see how long the bank lesson will be good for. It's set at default for a year. My school liked to do it for 180 days. I was even thinking about doing 90 days, but you could pick what's best for your school there. Let's go on to enable no-show email and SMS alert to parents and the school. So when a student is a no-show, it means they don't show up for a lesson. They still get charged for those lessons. But do you want to have an email going to the parent and the school? I do for my school. It's set as the default to have that sent because I like to know when students are not showing up. And a parent most times would like to know when their student is not coming to a lesson. All right. Enabled bank cancellation, canceled lessons. So this will make it so that you could bank canceled lessons. Some schools don't want to even have banks. They want, if you cancel a lesson, then you paid for it. So you could make your own policies up for your school, but this will enable the bank lessons. Over here is your cancellation policy. We set it as default for 24 hours. You have to give us 24 hours notice, or you're going to get charged for that lesson. Some schools might want to do 48 hours. Some schools might want to make it less, so you could pick whatever is best for your school here. All right, there's a few that we're going to skip right now. The plan widget, the store widget, and the check allows students to check in. We're going to go through those at a different time. Those are not necessary to get started. There's one more I want to go through in this tutorial. Only mark attended before 30 minutes. So what happens here is a teacher cannot mark a student as attended until 30 minutes before the lesson starts. You don't want a teacher, marking students attended that are coming next week because something might happen. They might get sick, then they have to bank it. So you don't want them to mark it attended too far in advance. So I recommend that you leave it for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes before the lesson, they can mark it as attended, but not before that. If you feel comfortable leaving this unchecked, then the teacher would be able to mark the student attended anytime. So that's just another option. Now, if you change any of the settings here, you have to go down and you have to push save here, and it will save. So make sure you do that. If you set it and you don't hit save, it's not going to save in the system.